When you pick a flower and detach it from its root system, over time its petals begin to wither and die. Well, the same is true for you. When the passion of your heart or the spinning of your mind detach you from your root system, your body, your balls, and your legs, you will become ungrounded and eventually lose your way. Yo, Elliot! So today I have a question for one of our Instagram friends named Harry, and he plays rugby, and he goes on to say, Yo, Elliot, in rugby training, I am quick, explosive, and my legs are so switched on and ready to go. But on a Saturday morning when they blow that whistle and the game starts, my legs just aren't switched on anymore. They feel weak, like jelly, like I couldn't sprint my fastest if I tried. It's almost like I'm disconnected from them. WTF is going on? Well, Harry, there's a big difference between your training experience and your game experience. And that is the nervousness that's associated with wanting to perform. You want to do really well in your game. Now, practice is a little bit more relaxed. And when you're more relaxed, you're in that state of flow. But when you get ready to go into that game and you know that the game is on the line, that you want to win, you want to do well, your energy will do two things. You will begin to rise up, right? Because consider, when you're thinking, your energy goes up to your head. Your focus goes up to your head. The spinning of your mind, the worrying or the concern or the visualization or whatever's going on up here begins to become heightened. So you may even notice that your upper body becomes warmer, your head becomes warmer, you're thinking more, you're not making eye contact with people, you're kind of getting lost in here. Normal, natural, you're an athlete, that's what we do. Another thing is happening though that is your energy is turned up. Because you're in a game situation, your adrenals become stimulated, right? You're excited. So the adrenaline begins to rush, your heart rate goes up. So that also too adds to a upward momentum of your energy, right? Because now your mind is spinning, your adrenals are pumping, and your heart is beating. And here you are. You want to go and play a game that requires your feet to be on the ground, but yet all of the focus begins to move up. Well, what you're going to notice if you stop and breathe. So when you find yourself in this pre-game situation and you're nervous, but you're feeling very jelly-like in your legs, you may actually find that you can get in touch with what's happening in your legs, in your body, in your belly, in your pelvic floor, a lot easier in that heightened state if you're not afraid. And this is where the contrast comes in. The energy moves up, and that's okay. But because you instantly begin noticing that the disconnect from my legs is there, you might start to worry. And that worry, well, that's a third component of rising. Worry becomes a part of the rising too. So now you're thinking about the game, your heart rate is beating, and you're worried because you're not feeling your legs. Check out what you're doing. The disconnect from the lower body happens very physically. You know, I use the term energy, but energy is merely just a concentration, a movement of, a circulation of, or a blockage of how you're using your body. Right? Like there's a lot of energy in my fist right now, or there's a lot of energy in my face right now. Well, so when all that energy is rising and you feel it, check out how you block your legs with your physical reaction to it. Oftentimes we lock our knees out, right? Check it out. Am I locking my knees? Am I tightening my quads? Also notice, are you squeezing your butt? These are ways that will reduce the sensation in your legs. These are ways to cut yourself off from the sensations in your leg. And you're doing it unconsciously. It's just about the energy rising, your nervousness, your fear, and then the boom. And then the shock of locking your knees and squeezing your butt. Notice how you're allowing the drop down of energy into your lower body, right? If you're locking your knees and squeezing your butt and you're walking around you're feeling wobbly, that fear is going to cause you to want to stabilize yourself. So it's almost like the wobble is there, but then in order to stabilize yourself because of the fear of the wobble, you start locking out. Now, what I'm going to invite you to do, number one, is to check out whether or not you are locking or restricting flow through the muscular system in your legs, your butt, your pelvic floor. But then, once you notice it, you have a grand opportunity, my man. And that is to allow the heightened energy in your body to sink down into your legs so that you can access more power than you've ever had in any training ever. Your legs will be so switched on and powerful that you could do backflips over your opponents. But it will require this: that you relax your pelvic floor, that you bend your knees slightly, and you begin to breathe into your balls. Breathe into your pelvic floor. When I say breathe into your balls, I'm even talking about the balls of your feet. So it would be a good idea for you to take your shoes off for a little while and get your feet in the dirt, right? Or even better, if you have an opportunity to, get your feet in the sand. Cover your feet up to the ankles in the sand. Or like I've got some sandbags in my backyard, and you can just stand on the grass and just put a sandbag on each foot. Boom! Immediately, with the bending of your knees, the softening of your pelvic floor, the breathing into your pelvic floor, and the feet firm on the ground, where you feel the sensation of the ground under your feet. All that energy that's been up and stimulated and high and heightened is going to sink right down into your legs. And I'm doing it right now, and you know what I feel? Wobbles, wiggly, jelly legs. The very thing that you've been afraid of. So it's not that the wobble, or the, better yet, vibration, the vibrance in your legs is causing you to have ill performance. It's your lack of connection to the vibration in your legs because of the fear associated with, well, winning, right? So your head's spinning, the fear that's associated with, that comes with the stimulation of your adrenal glands and your heartbeat going up. And now your worry about my legs feeling wobbly or vibrant. Dude, you're afraid of your power. That's what it is. So you've got to familiarize yourself with the power in your legs rather than running away from them. That's what the bending of the knees and breathing into the balls is about, and having your feet down on the ground. And then when you're in that state of flow throughout your body, because now you're not only your hands vibrating and your heart rate is up, but your legs, you'll start to familiarize yourself with the movement in your legs, with the vibration in your legs. You can now carry that onto the ball field and do fantastic work. It's really about grounding your energy, breathing into your balls, trusting yourself, allowing the stimulation to improve your performance rather than unground you or make you crazy or make you worried. You, my man, who do so well in practice, and then arrive at the game and it's almost like somebody takes a electric wire and plugs it into you, are ready for the prime performance of your life. Trust your power. Done.